Hey, what is going on, guys? Nathan here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary question mark. I'm actually recording this before I have any gameplay up on the screen, so I have no idea what I'll be playing in terms of class or even in terms of game, but I'm pretty sure it'll be TF2 up on the screen. Maybe I'll post some MVM footage. I don't know, because MVM is really fun. But yeah, I wanted to talk about a couple things in this commentary. This is just kind of a life update commentary, sort of, kind of. So I spent July 4th up north at our cabin. I live in Minnesota, and we live about 2 to 2.5 hours away. We have a camper on steroids, but also cabin, if you can see my air quotes. It's not by any means cheap living or anything like that. But we basically spent the 4th up there, and it was a pretty chill time, pretty good. So for the 4th night, we went out on the lake to see all the fireworks, and it was pretty decent. You could basically look in a 360-degree direction and just see different fireworks being lit off. So we don't really see anything like up close, but it's just kind of better when you're by yourself, in my opinion, on like more of a peaceful setting, and you could just watch the explosions happen everywhere else, where you don't need to like hear the super loud noise or anything. The downside to that was, because we were on the lake, there were a ton of mosquitoes, which really sucked. In fact, I'm actually itching a bug bite right now from all of those freaking mosquitoes out there. I absolutely despise mosquitoes. I would totally exterminate all mosquitoes if I had the option to. But yeah, so the 4th was pretty good. It's kind of funny, because in Minnesota, fireworks are illegal, and technically illegal, if you can see my air quotes again. But on the on the night of the 4th, you could just look around and see all of these fireworks being lit off. So it's like, this law obviously is not enforced very well, and I think, kind of like marijuana, I think the state should just legalize them and gain tax revenue off of them, and because, you know, extra money is definitely needed. Nobody's gonna object to extra tax revenue for something that is being bought anyway. So I don't know, I guess, you know, I'm just talking on my ass here, but seems to me that a lot of people use fireworks anyway, so I don't know why they're illegal. Anyway, that's pretty much that. I also wanted to talk about the new YouTube update. And this actually was announced a long time ago. I just never got around to talking about it or commenting on it. And I'm pretty much going to say what everybody else has said. It's, you know, good update. It's getting with the times here, where you can actually view 60 FPS video. And I hope, above all else, that this will set a precedent for other websites. That because YouTube is like the one video site, like I don't know the statistics in terms of internet usage, but like YouTube is the place you go to view video, and maybe this will up the quality in terms of frames for services maybe like Netflix, which in turn might up the quality that ISPs have to provide, because Netflix and YouTube are like the two biggest what's it called? Broadband hogs, I guess. I don't know the terminology, but I don't think it's going to be as serious as that. But largely, I'm just glad that we're receiving a quality update, as long as nothing breaks. And I'd like to let you guys know that I will definitely be taking advantage of this. I'll be uploading at 60 frames per second, and not only will I be uploading at 60 frames per second, I'm actually going to take the jump from 720p to full 1080p, so that can be viewed full screen at a very smooth quality. And I believe I have to up my bit rate on that as well. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I think with my 7200 RPM hard drive that I'll be able to record pretty decently 60 FPS 1080p footage, so hopefully that will go over smoothly. I'll need to perform some benchmarks and actually do some tests and stuff like that, but yeah, really looking forward to this update. I don't have an exact date of when it's going to actually, like, the website is going to be updated with that, but I don't know, hopefully I'll have to look that up and get an exact date, because I'm really excited for that. I also want to talk about some upcoming games, specifically for PC, being I don't have any of the next-gen consoles, because there's no reason for me to buy them. So E3 was like a month ago, right? But, I don't know, like, at the time, it was mostly just kind of console games that were being announced for, like, next year, so there's nothing that's really coming out this year necessarily that I'm looking forward to, except for GTA 5, which should be released, I believe, this fall sometime. There is an actual date that was announced at E3, which, I don't know, you can go Google that on your own. But, like, I'm just kind of getting bored of my games that I have right now, and I really want to find some new games. And, like, the only game so far this year that just off the top of my head I can name that I'm looking forward to is GTA 5, which hopefully that should keep me entertained for a while. Otherwise, I think beyond that, I'm really looking forward to Tom Clancy's The Division, which will be released next year, but that's still next year. Like, that's a long time away, and a lot of stuff can change between now and then. But at least the footage that was shown this year looked pretty freaking amazing, so I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know, yeah, I think it's, like, I'm trying to think of other games that I'm looking forward to, but it's just, like, GTA 5 is the only one that struck me as coming out this year that was really worth the buy, and I think I will buy that. I don't know about that yet, but anyway, yeah, so getting bored with games, wish some new ones would come out, and that's that. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about something I don't think I've ever talked about on my channel before, which is my future, like going to college and stuff, and what I'd like to be. So, I don't know, yeah, I think I don't know. Or, I mean, I think I've never mentioned this on my channel before, but for those of you who don't know, I'm actually interested in becoming a game developer when I reach adulthood and graduate college and all that fun stuff. Ideally, in a perfect scenario, I would become an indie developer, and not necessarily, like, I don't want to make an indie-style game necessarily, like, I don't know, if you just think of a stereotypical indie game, like, DayZ, I think, technically is made by, like, one guy, but I can't think of any, I don't know, but I want to be an indie developer, but I want to spend a lot of time on a single game and make it really good. I have a couple ideas in my head, which I'm not going to share because they're not even developed, but ideally, I would want to spend, like, maybe me and one other person, like maybe a friend or something, would just develop this amazing game, and I don't know, this is all just dreaming, and at this point, talking out of my ass kind of again, without much education, being I don't really know what it takes to make a game. Obviously, those AAA titles like Call of Duty and like League of Legends were made with teams of developers all working simultaneously, but like I want to do something by myself, and the reason I want to go into game development in the first place is because video games have been a huge part of my life since I was a kid, right? So I kind of want to stick with this concept of video games. Plus, it's a growing field. Sorry, I'm wiping off my mouse pad. It's a growing field, so it's not as if you'd be out of work or anything. Gaming is just becoming so common and actually really popular in other like Asian countries. Like, gaming is almost the equivalent of sports. Well, it is the equivalent of sports over in certain places as it is in the United States. So I don't know. I'm just really intrigued by the fact that I could, in theory, start my own company, develop a game by myself, and release it, and hopefully make some good money. Like, indie games, your stereotypical indie game typically is either hit or miss. Like, it'll either become huge. If you take like Minecraft, which was programmed by I believe just Notch in the beginning, actually, and then he formed his own company. Like, that is your absolute best case scenario of developing a game by yourself, is like it just exploding on the internet like Minecraft and making so much money. Like, I don't know if it's reached the billions yet, but they've sold at least millions of dollars worth of copies of that game. And you know, there are certain reasons why that happened, but yeah, that would be the dream, would be developing a game like that. Otherwise, I am going to head to college to learn how to do all of this stuff, and I know that you don't necessarily need a college degree to start programming your own game, but if my kind of entrepreneurship adventure doesn't really work out, then it's nice to have a college degree and actually work for a company, because I've heard from multiple sources that nowadays, like, you used to be able to get away with not having a college degree and finding a software development job, but nowadays it's like companies demand it just like any other job. You need to prove that you have the experience available to complete the tasks that your employer will assign you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm obviously I'm a computer guy, right? I play on PC a lot. I know the ins and outs of a lot more things than the average person does. So I'm gonna stick in that field and hopefully get even better at what I know now. So I think that's pretty much that topic. And I believe that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. And I think I will wrap up the video here, so thank you all for watching. As always, if you could leave a rating, that'd be appreciated, and feel free to subscribe for more content similar to this, and I will see you all later.